This is Sports Talk with Evan Walker. It is Friday, May 23rd, 2025, and holy shit, I am tired. And I am tired because I watched the greatest NBA basketball game I have seen probably in the last 2 decades. Holy shit. I just watched the highlights again, and I still cannot believe that we won that game. I mean, I was watching the highlights, and I'm like, there's no way we won this game. But guess what? I stayed up till 12:30 in the morning. I watched the entire game. I couldn't go to fucking sleep, dude. I was so hyped. I was talking to my buddy who just had a vasectomy, and I said, if you don't tear that shit open and have to go to the doctors again to get it sewed back up, then you're not rooting hard enough for the Indiana Pacers. Holy fuck. It reminded me of the Indianapolis Colts when we had Peyton Manning. This guy playing on our team. Because no matter what, I feel like we're going to win. We were down by 17. Then we were down by 15. What was it? We were down 119 to 105 with 2:48 left in the game. I'll get to that shit. But first, I got to talk about Jim Irsay. R.I.P. Jim Irsay. He died at the age of 65. He was a dog. He was awesome. He was a great owner for the Indianapolis Colts. And just prayers up for Jim Irsay. He was the dog. And he's a big reason why the Commanders fired their owner, who was a big dumb dipshit, Dan Snyder, right? I don't know. Something like that. But Jim Irsay's last tweet of his life: Go Pacers. Good luck to Herb, the entire Pacers organization, and our city. And if you watched that fucking game, dude, that buzzer beater that Tyrese hit, it looked like that ball went up in the air and Jim just poked it right back in. And then it was overtime. Tyrese hit the choke celly. Thank God we won, because that would have been awful if he hit that celebration prematurely. Obviously, he thought it was a 3. I thought it was a 3. I jumped up in my living room, yelled at 11 o'clock, 11:30. Thought I tore my MCL. I was hyped as fuck. And I can't believe it. I still can't believe it. 138 to 135. Record of teams that trailed by 9+ in the final minute of the fourth quarter or overtime of a playoff game since 1998 entering Wednesday, 0 and 1,414. Yes, the Pacers broke that streak. NBA teams in the last 20 years to win a road playoff game after being down by 14+ points with less than 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The Pacers. Tonight. That's it. I was telling my buddy, Trip Dub, I was telling him all night. First of all, Aaron Nesmith went the fuck off. He was 2 for 2 in the first quarter, and I do not understand why he didn't shoot again. I don't think he shot again until the fourth quarter, and he played out of his fucking mind. He had 30+ points, and he set the Pacers playoff record for 3-pointers made, with 8 3-pointers made in the game. He had 6 in the fourth quarter. Reggie Miller played for the fucking Pacers, by the way, if you didn't know. Here's the list. Top 10, 3-pointers made. Nesmith, he's the only one with 8 in Pacers history. Then with 7, Tyrese, Miles Turner, Bogdanovich. Totally forgot that he was in the playoffs, really. Paul George, Reggie Miller, C. Person. I don't know who that is. He had 7 too in 1991. And then Tyrese had 6 in 25 recently. And then Tyrese had 6 in 24 last year in the playoffs. So yeah, that's insane. He tied the record for most three-pointers made in a single quarter in the playoffs. He tied with people like Damian Lillard and Michael Porter Jr. And what's crazy is the New York Knicks just beat the fuck out of the Celtics, okay? And the Celtics they're notorious for shooting the three ball. Well, they had Aaron Nesmith on their team and traded him for like pretty much nothing, and he took note of that. But he's a fucking dog, and I'm glad that he's on our team. He balled out, dude. But I still can't believe this game happened. Pacers were down 9 points, 121 to 112, with 54 seconds left, and they won. I watched it, and I still don't believe it. It was insane. But anyway, I was telling my buddy Trip Dub that, I do not think, and I said this before the game started, I said I do not think it is possible for the New York Knicks to be able to keep up with the Pacers' pace. There isn't a team. I will say, this is mainly going to be football podcast most of the time. I know football a lot better. I played football. But I have been watching after football's done, I'm NBA basketball, really. College basketball, then NBA basketball. I like NBA more than college, really. But I don't pay attention very closely until the end of the year. But I will say there is not a team like the Pacers that can run the way they do. Carlisle plays 10 to 12 people. Last night he played about 10 people. And all of these guys are good. All these guys can score in the paint. They can all shoot threes. Every single person that plays for the Pacers can shoot threes, and it's crazy. I mean, it's fucking crazy. Anybody on the floor. Like, TJ McConnell's not great at shooting threes, but if he's wide open, he can make threes. But everyone else, they can spot up, catch and shoot, automatic. It's crazy. Like, it really is crazy. But the thing is, the Knicks can't keep up with the pace because Tom Thibodeau, the New York Knicks coach, he likes to play 6, 7, maybe 8 guys the whole game. He likes to give his starters a lot of minutes. And I'm telling you right now, I already saw it last night. And obviously, yeah, they just played not too long ago. That's their fault. They should have beat the Celtics faster, I guess. I don't know. Pretty good team. But they're not going to be able to run with the Pacers the entire game. They're not going to be able to. They're going to be tired because we got Tyrese. Tyrese played half of the second quarter. He was not in the game for most of the second quarter. So Carlisle keeps everyone fresh as possible. Miles Turner barely played in the fourth quarter. I think he played like 2 minutes. It was just crazy. But I just don't see the Knicks being able to run with us. Like you could see at the end of the game in overtime, Jalen Brunson throws up a 3, doesn't even hit the rim. And then Cat, who had a lot more rest than Brunson, does the same thing, doesn't even hit the rim. These guys are going to be tired. They cannot run with the Pacers, and that's why I think we're going to win in I don't know. I'll say Pacers in 6, but I think it might be 5 or 6. I have a feeling we're going to win both of these games in New York. I don't know why we shouldn't. We really should not. But I just think they're going to be too tired, and that's just how I feel about it. But yeah, that game, it was insane. I still can't believe it. I can't wait. Tonight, Friday night, we got game 2 in the Garden. I think Reggie's going to be there again. And, seriously, I'm just glad that we won, because if he would have hit that choke celebration and then we lost, he would have felt like the biggest fucking douchebag of all time. But anyway, after the game, Charles Barkley said that he was going to text Adam Silver about Halliburton's dad, about them lifting his ban. And, I think that's a pretty good idea. I mean, Charles Barkley was saying, he's done his time. He knows what he did was dumb. And they were even joking about, he said he should be allowed to come back game 3 at Indy on Sunday. And they were joking. Like, obviously, he's like, he doesn't need to come to New York. He doesn't need to come to New York and be talking all that shit like that. So, yeah, I think it's probably a good idea. If he's allowed to come back, make it game 3. And I think that's pretty fair. He knows what he did was stupid. And obviously, if he does it again, I would never let him watch a game ever again. Like, just banned indefinitely. For forever. Like, don't ever lift it. I mean, if you do it twice in the same playoffs, that's just ignorant. But anyway, 138-135, Pacers win game 1 in just unprecedented circumstances. I mean, Nesmith, it felt like he made 6 threes in a row. I know he didn't make 6 threes in a row, but it felt like he just could not miss. He shot 88% from the three-point line in that game. It was remarkable. Pascal didn't do anything to help us really until the fourth quarter, but that move that Pascal has where he does the spin move, midi, fader, it's in every single time. I don't know why he doesn't just do that every single time, because it's a sick post move and no one can stop it. And right now I got the OKC game on, so let's go ahead and talk about OKC game 1. SGA is a foul merchant. Everybody knows it. He's also really fucking good at shooting, but OKC's defense is very good. Ant needs to put the team on his back if they want to have a chance. And as of right now, I'm watching the game on Thursday. I don't think the Wolves are gonna be able to beat them, but I think they might beat them at home. But right now it's fourth quarter, 7 minutes, 99-84. Let's go ahead and just say OKC took game 2, and then they're gonna head back to Minnesota for game 3. They might sweep them. I'm not gonna lie. OKC's defense is really fucking good. SGA is really good. It is really annoying how he just searches for fouls, kind of like Jalen Brunson. And, yeah, so game 2, OKC won. We'll just go ahead and say it. Eastern Conference Finals, game 2, Pacers, Knicks, at the Garden again. And I was kind of alluding to it a little bit ago. I think I'm taking the Pacers in game 2. I don't know why. They shouldn't win. They really shouldn't. They shouldn't have beat the Cavs in 5, by the way. They did. They beat them. They were 5-0 in Cleveland the last part of the year, obviously including the playoffs, because they beat them. They were 3-0 in the playoffs in Cleveland, and that's not an easy place to play. So, I don't know. I'm taking Pacers just mainly because I don't think the Knicks are going to be able to keep up with them with 6 or 7 guys, because literally Carlisle plays 10 to 11 guys, and they're all good. Like, Obi Toppin had that put back dunk that was huge. He had that double clutch dunk where he got fouled. No call, didn't matter. But One thing about Jalen Brunson, I tweeted it, but he yanks his head back. Anytime he gets touched, he yanks his head back and they just call it a foul. It's so soft. It's so fucking soft. It's annoying and I hate it because that's soft shit. Like, he literally, you see it every time. There was a certain point in the game where Jalen Brunson was just exhausted and he fell on the ground. Tyrese didn't even touch him and they called a foul on Tyrese. It's annoying. It kind of seems like the Knicks definitely want or the refs definitely want the Knicks to win because, big market. But hey, the Pacers are fun to fucking watch. And if you didn't see that game last night, go watch the highlights. Also, I'm sorry you didn't get to watch the game. I had to wake up at 4:30 in the morning, stayed up till 12:30. It was fucking worth it. I don't give a shit. It was worth it. But yeah, I'm taking Pacers in game 2. And yeah, maybe I'm a little biased, but I think they're going to be drained still. I mean, they just came off of that series with the Celtics, only had like 1 or 2 days of rest, maybe 3. I can't remember. But they had a short turnaround. Pacers got a little bit of rest. And the Pacers just are so relentless, and they play the whole 48 minutes nonstop. They do not stop. And their guys, their starters are fresh because Carlisle rotates guys in, and he gets, like TJ McConnell almost gets 20 minutes in the game. Obi Toppin, guys like that, So it's, I don't know. It'll be interesting. The Knicks should win, but I got a feeling I'm going to stick with the Pacers. That shot, as soon as that shot went straight up, I was like, that's going in. And then it drops in. And I seen the news about Jim Irsay as I was watching, and I was just like, that's going in. So, I don't know. But Caitlin Clark versus, and I hate to say her name because she wants the attention, but Angel Reese, controversy, if you can. It's stupid. And it's so stupid because the final score of this game, there was a foul in this game where Angel Reese pushed one of the Fever players in the back. They didn't call that foul. And then she got the rebound. And Caitlin Clark, fouled her, went for the ball, fouled her, so she didn't get an easy layup. But no bucket for Angel Reese is easy because she probably would have just threw it off the rim 5 times in a row. But anyway, she fouled her, and then Angel Reese gets up like she's going to fucking do something, and Aaliyah Boston held her back with one arm. But Angel Reese isn't good. She's not good at basketball. It is so bad to watch. I can't watch it. The only reason I watch any WNBA is because of Caitlin Clark. Never watched it before. That is the only reason. I'm super excited that she is playing for the Indiana Fever. That's just really cool because it makes it a little bit cooler that I get to root for her in my home state. So that's pretty badass, but it sparked some controversy. RG3 is corny as fuck most of the time, but I actually believe this take is a correct one by RG3. I'll go ahead and read the tweet, but yeah, after watching Caitlin Clark's flagrant foul on Angel Reese and the aftermath, there is no way Angel Reese can continue the lie that she doesn't dislike Caitlin Clark. I know what hatred looks like. Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark, not some basketball rivalry hate either. Hate. Okay. Yeah, I think she might be jealous. I don't know. She definitely hates her. She doesn't like her, at least. She strongly dislikes her. Maybe hates. I don't know. But What I do know is this chick, like you can see it in her eyes, she's jealous and she just strongly dislikes Caitlin Clark. And she wants attention. That's the thing. And Caitlin Clark doesn't even have to try and she gets attention because she's so good on the court. And she doesn't have to act out like Angel Reese does all the time. It's fucking annoying. Anyway, Ryan Clark always has to make shit about race. He says, RG3 saying he could recognize hate when he sees it when referring to Angel Reese's feelings towards Caitlin Clark was irresponsible. This guy's fucking soft. But not at all surprising. Clark's the biggest star in women's basketball and deservedly so. No need to beat up Reese to add shine to it. Reese was acting like a dumb bitch. She always is acting out like a fucking child. It's annoying. And her attitude is poor. This guy. RG3 plays into the narrative that Reese is the villain of Clark's hero origin story. Now, Oberman and Portnoy, I don't know who Oberman is, who berated Reese in college, have an ally in Griffin. Add him to the list of black men who've adopted the corny trend of denigrating black women to affirm their choices. Attacking Reese multiple times in order to gain favor from his desired crowd won't help RG3 blend in more. Echoing the microaggressions of racist won't make him any less black than me. This guy's so fucking stupid. Look, I wrote this down earlier. See, Ryan Clark is a giant crybaby bitch who always makes everything about race. It seems that he cannot come up with stories sometimes without bringing race into it, which is just lazy, honestly. I don't know why he's defending Reese anyway. She is not good at basketball and acts like she is, and her attitude on and off the court is not one I would want my daughter to emulate. But you do you, Ryan. It sucks because I actually liked him as a player back in the day when he played for Pittsburgh, but nowadays he is consistently acting soft as fuck, taking shots at people unnecessarily to gain some relevance, maybe? I don't know, but regardless, shit take by Clark and good take by RG3, and I do not say that very often because RG3 is corny as fuck. That is one thing that he said that was accurate and that I agree with. RG3 is corny as fuck a lot of the time, and I don't agree with most of his takes, but this is one I do agree with because, I mean, it's just so obvious that Angel, she wants attention so bad. She tries so hard to get it, and she wouldn't even get any, honestly, if it wasn't for Caitlin Clark, so she should maybe, try to be her friend or something. I don't know. But it doesn't really matter. The final score of that game was 58-93. Guess who won? Not Angel Reese. She's fucking awful at basketball. It's hilarious to watch. I mean, my God. She's good at getting rebounds. She is good at getting rebounds, I will say that. But it's usually because she throws it off of the rim and then catches it. And they count it as a rebound. They really shouldn't, honestly. But anyway, I am going to talk about the Fever a lot because I'm in Indiana. And especially, I wasn't even going to start this back up until football season. But I figured, fuck it. Because I was just so hyped after the Pacers win, honestly. And the Fever, they're actually fun to watch. It's actually fun to watch the WNBA right now. Because of Caitlin Clark. They're literally playing in bigger arenas because of Caitlin Clark. They have the most primetime games, I think. But whatever. Yeah, it's because of Angel, too. I'm really not going to say her name, ever again, probably. But that's what she wants, I guess. So there you go. And then the Fever did play today. They played against the Atlanta Dream a few days ago, lost that one. And then today they played again, and it was a close one, and they won 81-76. And Brittany Griner's actually on that team, so that's pretty cool, I guess. She's getting older, but that's all for that. Next, we got some NFL stuff, finally. Nothing super crazy, but the tush push ban talks. They were talking about banning the tush push. Personally, I think it's fucking soft. It's football. Let them play football. And the NFL needed 24 votes to ban the tush push, but got only 22. Here are the 10 teams that voted against the tush push. Eagles, Ravens, Browns, Lions, Jags, Dolphins, Patriots, Saints, Jets, Titans. Those are the teams that voted to keep it. So Lions, obviously, Dan Campbell, football guy, he's not going to vote against that shit. Patriots, Vrabel, forget about it. These are the guys. Obviously, the Eagles are at the top of the list. I was watching New Heights with Travis and Jason Kelsey, and they were talking about how Jason thought he felt like he needed to go talk to them about how somebody said that maybe he retired because of the tush push, because it was causing him to get hurt and put him in more pain, and that's what kind of pushed him into retirement. He just wanted to clear the air. He said that's not at all why. He literally on the podcast said if he could go and run the tush push 80 times a year, he would unretire and go do that for him. So that was completely false. But it's in for at least one more year. I think that they're probably going to get rid of it because the Eagles are so good at it and teams might get annoyed. I don't know. I think all of these teams are going to keep saying not to ban it. So if these teams keep doing it, I don't know. I understand why all these. I can't believe the Chargers aren't on here. That's kind of weird. I figured Harbaugh would maybe keep it in, but that's weird. Last thing. Well, not last thing. Well, yeah, it is. Fuck it. Flag football Olympics 2028 in LA. We're supposed to have the Olympics here in 2028. And they were talking about not letting NFL players be on the flag football Olympic team for the USA. Yeah, there was that one guy who was saying that he thinks he would be better than Pat Mahomes quarterbacking for the flag football team, the U.S. flag football team. No, you wouldn't. It's not like, yeah, the rules are a little different, and it's a little different than tackle football, but I don't think this guy can throw 80 yards down the field. And Mahomes could probably throw actually 80 yards in a flag football game because he doesn't have pads on. So, yeah. Anyway, now official, NFL owners voted today to permit players to participate in flag football at the 2028 Summer Olympics in Los Angeles. NFL players eligible to play flag football in 28 Olympics. A statement from Scott Hallenbeck, CEO and Executive Director of USA Football. On behalf of USA Football, I'd like to thank NFL clubs for approving the resolution allowing NFL players to participate in the 2028 Summer Games in Los Angeles when flag football debuts on the Olympic stage. USA Football has had extensive discussions with the NFL on the potential of player participation, and we're thrilled to see those efforts become a reality. Yeah, I don't know why it was ever in question. Maybe guys getting hurt. That's really the only thing I can think. But it's flag football. The chances of getting hurt are a lot slimmer than if it was like tackle football. But who wouldn't want to win a gold medal for your country? Like, come on, dude. And these guys, the only thing I don't know if they're gonna allow like multiple people from one team, because I thought I heard it was only gonna be one person per team would be eligible. So like Myles Garrett from the Browns, that's the only player from the Browns. And then like, I don't know, George Kittle from the 49ers. But I don't know. I don't know if that's real or not. I think that would be kind of stupid. I think that they should allow as many people as they can to do it so that we can win that shit pretty easily. But anyway, this game's pretty much over. It's 102-114, and they're not the Pacers, so they're not going to come back and win. OKC's defense is really fucking good also, but OKC wins game 2. I'm going to do this Mondays and Fridays, most likely. And it's going to be like 15 to 20 minutes. If you're new here, I guess I should talk about the shit that's on my wall. Why is there a Troy Polamalu jersey when I'm a Colts fan and a Pacers fan, Indiana fan, all around? Troy Polamalu was my favorite player of all time. I played strong safety in high school until we switched defenses, and then I had to switch to cornerback, which I did not like as much. But I liked football, so I played that position. Strong safety, I was just more built to play strong safety because I'm better at tackling and better at run support. Not as good at coverage, even though I think I did a pretty good job most of the time. But yeah, obviously, Peyton Manning, Super Bowl champ. Pat McAfee, favorite punter of all time. Not even close. He's a dog. Love his show. All that shit. But anyway, this was the first episode of Sports Talk with Evan Walker. We'll see you Monday. Peace.